Hello, 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 and welcome to day 26 of our 30 days of nursery rhymes challenge. And today we are going to sing quite an unusual song. It's quite similar to what we used to sing during this 25 previous days, but it does have quite interesting twist. So I can give you some hints what this song is about. This song is about Miss. She's little and she likes to sit on some comfy furniture. And she gets frightened by a creature with 8 legs. So this is an interesting start. While you are thinking, I will just explain why am I using this kind of introduction. Children like puzzles as well. As older they get, the more they appreciate sense of humor and they like to solve some puzzles like this. So it should be simple enough for them to understand and guess. You also can give them extra hints and tips, but this is really great for their thinking. All right, so I hope you guessed. Did you? If you didn't guess, and that's what I would do with children as well, I'll show you some pictures. Let's see if we have one. Maybe not. Let's see. Little. Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't look like they have this one in here. It's a big book, but no. Ah, okay, they do. It's called different. Interesting. Let's see. Here. Can you guess? Who is that? Yeah, and I really like that we have two versions here, Little Miss Muffet and Little Miss Tuffet. So let's try to sing both of them. Introducing alternative rhyme can also be quite amazing as a learning tool and teaching tool because you are expanding their knowledge of the world. So while this one is about a spider, this one is about a different girl, and you can ask children to see and find out what are the differences. All right, let's sing this song. So before we start, I wanted to show you also how I tune my ukulele. So I'm using this tuner. It's pretty easy. But if you don't have a tuner like this, you can use an app on your phone. So that's in tune. A little bit out. Great. So next one is this one. Actually, children like the process as well. My niece really enjoyed tuning the guitar and ukulele that we did together. The process is amazing. So that's done. You see, very, very quick. So now I'm ready. And we are learning a new chord to play this song. It's A minor. So this song is a little bit in minor. Minor like can be also discussed with children in terms of the mood of the song. Okay. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her, frightened Miss Muffet away. And again, Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Now let's try to sing this version, Little Miss Tuffet. I am not really familiar with this one because it's pretty new. I bought this book only a few days ago. And I found that it's quite interesting to have an alternative version of this song. So A minor again. Little Miss, I'm gonna play down, down, up. Or maybe down, up, down. Little Miss Muffet, Little Tuffet, yeah. Little Miss Tuffet sat on a bucket, bucket, eating her peaches and cream. Along came Grasshopper, who tried hard to stop her, but she said, go away, or I'll scream. And again, little Miss Tucket sat on a bucket, eating some peaches and cream. Along came Grasshopper, who tried hard to stop her, but she said, go away or I'll scream. I think you need to say it a little bit faster because it's scream, I guess. Little Miss Tucket sat on a bucket, eating some peaches and cream. There came a grasshopper who tried hard to stop her, but she said, go away or I'll scream. There you go. So this is our original one. Little Miss, and remember that we learn the song with just downstrokes and then we develop our strumming techniques. So let's start with a downstroke here with A minor. Little Miss, A minor, Little Miss, now D7, Muffet, now G, sat on a C, tuffet, then A minor, eating her, then D7, curds, and then G, whey. Then A minor again, along came a D7 spider, and then G, sat down beside her, and then A minor, frightened Miss D7 Muffet away. G, okay? And let's try it again a little bit faster. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Here you go. So, here we also can do this with chords if I will just sing them instead of singing the words. So that's something that I tried recently. A minor, D7, G, and C. A minor, D7, G. A minor, D7, G, and C. A minor, D7, G. Now all together. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. He did. So some alternative versions of this song, okay? We have quite a few ideas. Remember about spiders. If you haven't watched Incy Wincy Spider video, it could be a great idea to watch it. And I'll link it in the comments below, in the description. Sorry, not comments. But typical extension would be to talk about actions. So Little Miss Muffet sat on. So as we can see from these beautiful poems, she sat on a tuffet. So this brings up discussion on what can we sit on. So we can sit on a tuffet, we can sit on a bucket. What else we can sit on a sofa? Can we sit on the ground? Can we sit on a rock? Can we sit on our beds? And can we sit on our bottoms, yeah, on the floor? So she was sitting on the floor. And then this way we were brainstorming different ways to sit, and also we can change the rhyming. So we always use nursery rhymes to introduce rhyming to children. So because they're mini poems, so we want them to learn how to rhyme. So for example, Muffet, tuffet, what other words rhyme with Muffet or tuffet? If we say Little Miss Tucket, then it rhymes with bucket. So now, if we sit on the floor, Little Miss Floor sits on the floor. Or let's say she was sitting on her bottom, Little Miss Blossom sit on her bottom, or something like that. So yeah, experiment with language, model experimenting. Even if it doesn't sound right at first, you can always use these beautiful ideas with children and experiment. Next extension is, what are you scared of? So there was, along came the spider, yes, so, and frightened Miss Muffet away. You can unpack this really small poem in many, many ways. I find this one actually very rich in terms of extensions. So a lot of children might be frightened of things, and spiders and insects, or bug phobia. Not really a scientific name for it, but they are afraid of bugs. So I had a child once. She had autism and ADHD, and she was so terrified of the bug that she screamed. And I thought something happened to her in terms of an accident. Maybe she had like cut her finger off or something. So I thought it's a really serious injury, because the way she screamed was terrifying. But this is a real fear. This is phobia, and she apparently had it. So I learned it all after the fact, that she's terrified of the bugs. So we provided some books that show bugs, but when it came to sensations of bugs, she couldn't handle it. So this would be an interesting collaboration and work with parents, with or guardians, and I would say therapists as well, and maybe even psychologists, to discuss how we can tackle this phobia. Usually children either like insects or they do not like them. Some children are neutral, but most children fall into these two categories. So for example, I had a sticky insect. His name was Spiky, and sticky insects are not the most graceful animals, and they're not fluffy as rabbits, so it's hard to love them. But some children were fascinated by this pet that we had, while others would walk around the cage, which probably made the room a little bit uncomfortable. So I had to talk to this one child who didn't want to touch the cage, didn't want to look at Spiky. She would be curious, but from a distance. And respecting child's feelings is important. So that's why we love music, and that's why we love art and play, because they allow children to express their fears, express strong emotions, and deal with them while we are talking about it. So I would ask them, what are you scared of, and write it down on my whiteboard. I will also say, when I'm scared of something, I will offer them some strategies. For example, what did she do? She ran away. If it's safe to run away or find the adult, maybe do that, or tell someone that you are afraid of, let's say, dogs, insects, spiders. We also can discuss safety. I think this is really, really important, to give spiders respect. Yeah. So she sat on a tuffet, and along came a spider. So in here we see that she's in the garden, and the spider came from the tree. So is it her home? Is it spider's home? How do we share our gardens with spiders? And this could be a discussion about spiders and respecting spiders as well. Should we behave? How should we behave around spiders? Yeah, do we squash them? Is it ethical? Are we careful if we don't know the spider, and we usually don't really know the types of spiders? It might be a good option to introduce spiders that are definitely dangerous and might bite, and spiders who we need to leave alone. So the best approach is to leave alone, right, and observe from respectful distance. Yet there are some spiders that you might observe really well and not touch them. For example, orb spider is beautiful, especially because they do build really beautiful environments between trees, and I'm talking about Australia. So we have a lot of spiders that are dangerous. So for example, redbacks are not very safe. We have whitetail, and part of our security check every day in early childhood educational settings and schools is to check the yard, especially all tires, some buckets, and whatever outside we may find, for any type of dangerous spiders. The other spider, we have funnel web, mostly in Sydney area and New South Wales, but in Victoria we also have quite a lot of not so safe spiders. So this could be a really great discussion. But because they are fascinating creatures, when we are afraid of something, one of the ways to tackle it is to be curious about it. And I would suggest to look for, again, spider webs that's similar to Incy Wincy Spider, and you can actually pair up these nursery rhymes. But I would give them, let's say, simple cameras that you can buy now everywhere. Or if you have iPads in your center, so you can use iPads. If you're in family daycare setting, you definitely can use iPads together. Walk around and find those spider webs and take pictures. Google pictures of most intrinsic and beautiful spider webs and look at them on the light table, or just create an environment where children can learn about spiders and how they move. In particular, how did he came? Yes, so it was a big spider, obviously. He sat down beside her. Yeah, so how do they go down so fast sometimes? How do they go up? And this process opens up a lot of interesting discussions related to science. In particular, do they have special oil on their little feet? How many feet do they have? Do they like the dark corners? Why do they like the dark corners? When they live in the garden, where do they live? How do they have babies? And just open up the inquiry about spiders. So that will depend on what children are interested in and expanding on their interests using inquiry based approach. I would also pay attention to how do they spin their web and how the shape of the web, which is hexagonal. Emotions, frightened. Sometimes you can see something you don't know, an unfamiliar thing, and you can be frightened. What other ways to say frightened? Scared. What else? Anxious. What else? So this way you develop emotional intelligence of children, or EQ, through songs. This is the best way. So obviously she was very relaxed, and she was going to eat some afternoon tea. Yes, so she was going to eat curds and whey, which you can describe what they are, and you can kind of speculate what would you feel. Yes, so, and what other emotions to feel? Surprised. Yes, so I was surprised that the spider jumped beside me, or sat down beside me. I might be curious about the spider, and this gives them other strategies and emotions and self-regulation. Okay, so these are really great ideas, and the final extension I think would be great. For example, you can discuss the spider sat down beside her. He could actually jump down beside her. He could skip beside her. He could tiptoe beside her. He could crawl down, and this again develops their language. Eating curds or custard or something similar with like maybe muffin or something could be a great extension as well. Here we go. This is a Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. So the interesting thing about this song that it was first published in 1805. So just imagine that this song is over 220 years of age. So almost. Very old song, still relevant because you can discuss spiders, insects, grasshoppers, and Miss Tucket and experiment with language. That's why we love nursery rhymes. So keep playing your ukulele, or if you are about to learn, I highly recommend you baritone because of the beautiful tone. And I'm playing baritone ukulele color. And as you know, this nursery rhyme challenge comes with a giveaway. Please check Facebook group that I have, not group but my page, where I posted the rules for participation and giveaway. It will be finished during the last day of our nursery rhyme challenge, which would be by this week Sunday. Yes, so that's what we are planning to do. What you have to do for this contest or giveaway is just to explain how having this baritone ukulele will change your life as an early childhood teacher or children's educator or a parent, someone who wants to use it for early childhood years, I guess, development. And you only need to comment either on Facebook or YouTube. Then I will use a special random algorithm to pick up one winner. All right? But also there is another surprise at the end of this nursery rhyme challenge that waits for anyone who is interested in this surprise and watching till the end. Even if you're watching in the recording, thank you very much. And I hope to see you again. We have day 27, 28, 29, and 30, so 4 days to go. Bye.